Hey guys, and welcome to a new series I like to call Boss Tutorials. And today I'm gonna be fighting Golem. That you find him in the Lizard Temple. You get these things called Lizard Power Cells. They drop from the enemies, and you can find them in the chest. They're not very rare. Then you're gonna find this in the bottom of the temple. This altar here, which you can mine with the pixel, which you actually get from a drop from him. Because I've already defeated him, but. So yeah, I'm gonna be defeating him with items you can get before you actually fight him. So yeah, let's get this started. And if I don't talk much during this fight, guys, it's because I'm really concentrating on killing him. He's a kind of hard boss. And I am using also armor and accessories that you can get before you fight him too, which I will be going over at the end of the video. I also have a special announcement at the end of the video, so please stick around. Be really nice. Don't shoot there. And there we go, guys. I defeated Golem, and that's about it. That's all I wanted to really show you guys in this video. And what did I get? I got a sunstone going. Now that I'm going to be discussing what I used during this fight. Okay, so the two weapons I used were a razor pine, which was agile, and a Zelius Paladin's hammer, which was not reforged at all. I just got it from Paladin. There. And so you get Paladin's hammer. It drops from Paladin, which you can find in the hard mode dungeon. I have a video on that. That is actually the only other Terraria video on my channel at the moment. And the Razor Pine, it drops from this thing called an Everscream, which comes from this thing called, here I can show you the crafting recipe. This thing called a Naughty Present. It summons the Frost Moon. It's crafted with these materials: ectoplasm, 20 silk, and 5 souls of fright. Souls of fright drop from Skeletron Prime. Ectoplasm comes from the dungeon spirits in the dungeon. And silk comes from crafting spider webs in a loom. And then you make that, use it at night, and it summons the Frost Moon. And then you kill these giant Christmas trees called Everscreams, and you have a chance to get this. And of course I'm using greater healing potions, which drop from all the mechanical bosses and just like all the bosses in hard mode. And for armor, I'm just using a hallowed set, which you can get hallowed bars from the mechanical bosses and easily make this set. I'm also just wearing vanity items, which don't really matter. And then I'm using Paladin Shield, which also came in the other video, which gives 6 defense, absorbs 25% of the damage done to players on your team, and only active above 25% light. I used a Moon Charm, which comes from werewolves, which are hard mode enemies that spawn on full moons, and I used a Mana Flower, which you can craft from, I have it down here, I think it's in here. Basically, you craft it out of a nature's gift, which you can find in the jungle. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. And a mana potion, which you can make the mana potion, I'm pretty sure, right here. Yeah, 2 lesser mana potions and a glowing mushroom. And then you make that, and then I used an angry moonstone, which drops from mobs in the solar eclipse, which is just a random event that happens. And then spooky wings here, which I use, which you craft with a spooky twig in 20 souls of flight. Spooky twig drops from this thing called a morning wood, and that thing comes from the thing called a pumpkin moon. You make that out of 30 pumpkins, ectoplasm, and hallowed bars, which drop from the mechanical boss. And you can get pumpkin seed from the dryad. And basically you make that, you fight this thing called the morning wood, and he has a chance to drop a spooky twig. Then you make that, and they're the second best wings in the game, so they're pretty good for this fight. And then basically I also used a lot of mana potions, greater mana potions, just so this thing uses up a bit of mana, this razor pine. So the mana flower automatically uses potions when I need it, so I was just able to keep firing on the dude. And I think that wraps up this video of boss fight tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next video.